Hello everyone, and welcome to the final newsletter of 2023. Although there will be a final communication to families after we receive our VCE results, which are due on December 11. Last week at school, with our 2024 timetable operating, things have been really interesting and significantly they've been very smooth. We've been delighted with how quickly staff and students have adapted to the new timetable, and I'd like to reiterate my gratitude to everyone involved in making certain that things ran so smoothly. 2024 has been another successful year at St Joseph's, and I'd like to thank you and all families for working cooperatively and collaboratively with us to produce the best possible educational outcomes for the year. There have been many highlights, but I'll leave it to the Virtus when it's published to record these highlights rather than trying to do so in this newsletter. With a staff of almost 300, it's inevitable as we approach the end of the year that some will move on, either seeking new challenges and opportunities or in some cases into retirement. The following staff have either finished their time at St Joseph's during second semester or will finish at the end of the year. Those leaving have served for periods of time ranging from a couple of months to almost 40 years, and I will note those with lengthy periods of service as I acknowledge each of them. Each has in their own way contributed to the rich tapestry of life and ongoing success of St Joseph's, and on behalf of the community I want to thank each of them sincerely and wish them well in their post-Joey's journey. From the support staff, we say farewell to Oscar Walter, Caitlin Nelson, Sue Collins and Sean Edmondson, both after 10 years, Sam James, Eliza Abbott, Liam Doherty, Charlie Harris, Grace Malley, Willem Sanders, Raylene McMahon after 12 years, Amanda Williamson, Lisa Marr after 15 years, Mary Ann Anderson, 17 years, and Nat Stevens, Noah Collins and Jack Thompson. From the teaching staff, we farewell Simon Taylor after 39 years, Tanya Willard after 22, Isabel Dwyer after 5 years, Jason O'Connell 27 years, Peter Adams 8 years, Caitlin Gully, John Collinson, Vin Brown after 25 years, Jordan Livesay, Tanya Talevsky, Brendan Reid after 10 years, John Harmon after 15 years, Rachel Swatman after 5 years, and Mark Kennedy, who served the school for 8 years. Singling out individuals runs the risk of disappointing others. However, I would like to emphasise two of those departing. Simon Taylor has made a remarkable contribution to St Joseph's for almost 40 years, including 27 as a year level coordinator. Simon retires with the gratitude and admiration of many thousands of students and many hundreds of colleagues. And Mark Kennedy, who has been Deputy Principal for 8 years, including time spent as Acting Principal. Mark has been instrumental in promoting wellbeing initiatives, and that has been integral in ensuring that child safeguarding is paramount in our policies and procedures. I'm also personally grateful to Mark for his ongoing support of me. Earlier this week, the College Advisory Council, members of the Governance and Risk Committee and Finance and Planning Committees gathered for dinner to celebrate the year and acknowledge long-serving departing staff. On your behalf, I would like to thank and acknowledge all those who contributed to the College Advisory Council this year, and also those who contributed to the committees. I want to acknowledge their commitment and generosity, and in particular I thank Shona Eland, Chair of the Advisory Council, Executive Members Paul Closey and Professor Chris Hickey, Andrea Kelly, Chair of Finance and Planning, and Matt Waller, Chair of Governance and Risk. It's less than 3 weeks until Christmas, a celebration which in modern Australia is both a secular and a religious feast. The relatively brief recorded story of the first Christmas is one that's familiar to us. A loving mother, a supportive partner, and a much-loved infant whose arrival, albeit in somewhat controversial circumstances, is celebrated by friends and family. With the birth of any child, we welcome a human being made in the image and likeness of God, as we're told in Genesis. The story of the first Christmas has an edge, however. In welcoming this child, named Emmanuel, God is with us, we're welcoming divinity incarnate and celebrating the presence of God in our world. I wish you and your family a joyous, peaceful and blessed Christmas and a relaxed and safe holiday period. And I look forward to seeing all students back at school in late January.